You are not alone.
Link. You are our final hope.
What is up, YouTube? It's RSMario here, bringing you another Pokemon, another Zelda Tears of the Kingdoms video. Almost a Pokemon video. Alright, so this one's going to be kind of interesting because this is actually the second part of a massive Reddit post about the dungeons, the features, and the abilities of Link in Tears of the Kingdom. Now, the first one was all about the dungeons, and that was about 30 minutes long. So it's going to take me a little bit longer to edit that one. So this was going to be the part 2 to that video where it talks about all the abilities, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to make this one first. So, you know, I already recorded that one. I already mentioned that one as part 1. So if there's any confusion, this is why. So in this video, we're going to talk about the abilities that Link has in Tears of the Kingdom. They've already announced like 3 or 4 of them, like Ascend. They've already announced like the Ultra Hand, which you can craft stuff. They announced Fuse, but there's actually like 3 or 4 more other abilities that have not been announced yet. Some of them sound pretty crazy. So of course, if you want to continue getting videos like this from me, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell button, do all that stuff that YouTube requires you to do to continue getting videos from me. Follow me at twitter.com/rsmario128. Follow my second YouTube channel, The Lootbox Hero, for everything not Nintendo and anime related. I should be doing my Super Mario movie review over there soon. You know what I'm saying? I did see the movie. Movie was pretty good. You know, as well as if you don't want to get spoiled, because if this is true, this could be kind of spoilery. No story spoilers, but spoilers to stuff in the game regardless. You can check out any of my other videos that you see here in front of you on the channel. They'll all be linked in the description and linked in the card above. So if you want to watch anything else and not get spoiled, help your boy out. You know what I'm saying? Help me get my numbers up if you like me, you know. But let's get on into the video. The new abilities start off, due to story reasons, Link has a new arm, which grants him new abilities. The first 4 below are the abilities highlighted in the gameplay demo, so I'll talk about them briefly while adding some clarifying info. So of course, the big one is Fuse. So the Fuse ability allows Link to fuse almost any 2 items together to create weapons, including existing weapons, shields. It also allows him to fuse any item in his inventory with his arrows, which provide unique buffs aspects to his bow, to his arrows. This system will address the weapon durability concerns. Weapon durability will be in Tears of the Kingdom, as it allows Link to fuse 2 of the same item together and increase the durability or other items to damaged weapons to further increase their durability, you know, and possibly give said weapon a buff/aspect. It is important to note that you can only fuse 2 items together. You cannot fuse another item to an already fused item. Okay, that's understandable. So that's something that a lot of people were talking about, that maybe the fuse ability was made to kind of deal with the durability issue, because a lot of people don't like the durability of Breath of the Wild. Personally, as a Fire Emblem fan, you know what I'm saying, a game where all the weapons have durability issues, I am actually fine with it because I know how to manage my resources. Unfortunately, not everybody knows how to do that. But it is what it is, though. You know what I'm saying? So, of course, the second ability is Ultra Hand. So, Ultra Hand is an ability similar to Fuse, except Ultra Hand fuses other items together, items that are not weapons, in order to create vehicles, platforms, and other contraptions. Amongst the Sky Islands, Link can find Zonai technology such as fans, batteries, and extend the lifespan of the tech. These items can power self-made machines that race, fly, surf around the world. Ultra Hand is basically your crafting version of Fuse for crafting other stuff. So then Recall, the Recall ability allows Link to rewind the movement of a singular object, such as a boulder rolling down a mountain, a piece of the remnants falling down to the ground. Of course, the remnants are the Sky Islands. That's what the name of them are in the game, which Link can rewind in order to reach the islands. This is the main way which players can reach the remnants, although there are other ways to reach it too, such as Ultra Hand to build a floating platform. Also, if the object hits an object that is being recalled, it will affect the movement of said object, so be careful and mindful. So basically, if this was a boulder that was falling down from a sky island, and say something else hits it, it will react. It will still go back to its regular path, which is up and down, but it'll be like that, so something to that extent, And then of course, Ascend. The Ascend ability allows Link to jump and no clip through the ceiling up to the nearest ground. There are a few restrictions. Link cannot ascend through super long stretches of ground, but this ability is super useful in caves and for traveling amongst closely clumped together sky islands. So basically, if you're in a uber underground cave, you can't just ascend to the surface because there's probably a whole bunch of ground there. But if it's thin enough, you can do it. Alright, so these are the abilities that haven't really been announced yet. So this is where it gets kind of spoilery, kind of leaky. So of course, you're being warned at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's probably spoilery beyond this point. Now, of course, not too many story spoilers, because in this entire post, he hasn't really posted virtually anything from the story other than, some things about the locations. But if you don't want to know anything, of course, you can check out some of my other videos on the channel. You can check out some of the stuff on my second channel, which I covered Star Wars over there. The stuff going on with Star Wars and stuff like that. So if you wanted to watch something else, you could. But here we go, though. Morph. So Morph ability works similar to Cappy in Super Mario Odyssey, as this is the Morph ability that allows Link to possess malice enemies. Possess malice enemy types and control them. This is a super useful ability in avoiding / creating new and unique combat opportunities and infiltrating enemy ranks, especially in the hordes underground where they become congested. Glide. This is an arm ability that was shown off in the title reveal trailer that creates a giant platform when Link is falling from the sky, from the remnants, and allows him to glide a great distances over Hyrule in short amounts of time. Glide essentially eliminates the need for ground traversal, which is useful later on as maps and enemies become dynamically more dangerous. So basically, he has the ability to create a glider. So, I've seen that picture, and I always thought that it might have been some kind of vehicle, but that's an ability. Okay. Alright. So then Descend, while technically not a separate arm ability itself, Descend is the extension of Ascend, and it acts in the opposite manner, allowing Link to no-clip through the ground to the nearest ceiling below. So basically, reverse of what you could do. You can go up and you can go down. Grapple is an ability that allows Link's arm to become a long rope itself to grab onto certain zonai checkered surfaces and swing across chasms, in addition to grappling onto certain walls to run across them. This ability is useful in both the Sky Islands and in the caves, as the ruins in both areas of the Zonai are Zonai themed and have checkered surfaces that Link can grapple onto. So basically, that's a hook shot. That's a grappling hook. Okay, so Link has a grappling hook ability. So he has a grappling hook ability. He has Cappy from Mario Odyssey. He has the glide, and he has descend. Wow, that's a lot. Ain't gonna lie, that's a whole lot of abilities. You know what I'm saying? I mean, again, this could be fake. This could very well be fake. Especially with the morph. I think that's a bit much. And to my knowledge, it hasn't been shown off at all. But if that's true though, that's gonna make for some pretty interesting content. I'm not gonna lie. That's gonna make for some pretty interesting content. So he also has a little segment here at the end about enemies, dungeons, bosses, and thoughts on the story. So, although, all the enemies from Breath of the Wild will be present in Tears of the Kingdom, and more, of course, which I sort of explained above. Overall, the combat is pretty similar to Breath of the Wild, but with more enemy and mini boss types. Not really worth going into the effort to list them all. Dungeons, there are 7. I kind of go over this in the other part of this video that you're probably going to get a little bit later this week. There are mandatory story dungeons that Link has to complete. There are also 4 optional dungeons that contain certain other arm abilities, as I mentioned above. Morph, glide, descend, and grapple. And yes, the game can be completed without these other abilities, although I would not recommend going through the game without them. So I can see content creators now. Oh, this is a no ability run. We're gonna do a no ability run of Tears of the Kingdom, kind of like how people are doing like a no rings run of Fire Emblem Engage. Oh, I can see that. That's gonna be crazy. I might have to try it. I might get wrecked. Like after my first playthrough, I might have to go on a no abilities run where I don't use any abilities. You know, that's gonna be hard, but it would be interesting, and it will probably make for some pretty good content if you would like to see it. So of course, that's about it for this video. Again, this is a part of a massive post. So the first part of this goes over all of the dungeons, or at least the story dungeons, in depth. And I actually think I'm going to do that part a little bit later this week, because it's actually a pretty big, it's like a 30-minute video that I'm going to have to break down. So I think this is going to be the first part that you get. So that's about it for this. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, people, keep it real.